What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Guys, I'm dealing with something that I don't know that is true, but I'm dealing with a rumor today, and I want to preface this conversation by saying just that, but I'd like to talk about my childhood a little bit when I was growing up. Give me some story time music, Kim. You know, my mom, I come from a very hardworking family, and so my mom used to always get me prepared for working as a teenager and going into the workforce as an adult. And one thing she always taught me was that you never quit a job before having another one. Now, easier said than done, but what she was saying is that if you're going to have another job, make sure that as you're leaving a job, you have the job coming so that you know that you're going to be able to support yourself and have earnings, which is great advice. Put on the regular music. But, you know, maybe my mother knew something, just being a woman, because it is good advice, but it is a part of what we know as from female nature, which is called monkey branching, right? And what is the monkey branch in the manosphere? That is women able, or who are able to go from one man to the other without the previous branch breaking so that they don't fall down. And this happens quite often. Like, for example, put on the storytime music. I was dating a woman one time, and she was like, actually, change it up to date music. You know, it's not you. It's not me. I mean, it's you, it's not me. And you know, I just think that we shouldn't talk anymore. And, you know, I'm really cool living in this city. I'm like exploring myself. I'm finding things out about myself. And I just want the freedom to do this and that. Now, it felt like a lot of bullshit, and which it was, because, well, wouldn't you know, as after I was getting that, she was in a full relationship with the new guy. Just that I found out about it once she told me, but it had been going on for at least some time. So she was ending it with me. She was still going through the motions. She was still having sex. She was still giving blowjobs, but then it stopped as she was going with this guy. And then she had the nerve to say, you know, I still want you to be a part of my life. Even used the phone that I bought her like 3 weeks before she did it to be calling and sending pictures to the new guy. Now, what are we talking about today? Kim Kardashian divorces Kanye West. Let's go back to those rumors, shall we? The rumor is that she divorced Kanye. Now she's dating Van Jones. Now, people can say, well, they've been having problems for a long time. They've been having issues for a long time. I can guarantee you she's been going through the motions of saying I love you, of having sex, of doing family day. But she's not going to move on until there's somebody else in the picture. A woman never breaks up with a man where there's nobody else in the picture. Okay? There has to be somebody there to get that attention. And that is what monkey branching is all about. And I think for guys in the manosphere, whether it's white or black, this is one of the oldest tricks in the book. Okay? Women have been using this for quite some time. And I don't know if there's any validity to it, but it makes sense to it because Van Jones, well, number one, Van Jones is... he talks about black issues, and he doesn't like black women. So, I mean, it does definitely makes sense that Van Jones is definitely a simp. So it would make sense that this is right. But the thing is that Van Jones has been there the whole time. Kanye West just didn't know. And for a lot of guys who've heard this story as black men, when a woman lets you down or doesn't want to, be with you anymore, or she goes to the next relationship, there's always some lie. And the lie revolves around, well, this relationship just started. So I'm dating somebody new now. So it just happens that, okay, so once she breaks up with you, she just in the next 5 minutes has dated this new guy. The reality is you're screwing me and this guy at the same time. And it just happens that at some point, as you're, and this is a really interesting thing how a woman can do this. Turning off your feelings for me less and less and less and less, or for you, while she's getting closer to another man emotionally, more and more and more and more and more. Although she's telling both guys, I love you, I want to be with you, all of these things. And many times the guy might think the relationship's on the rocks, and you think that it might be restorable, but she's already getting ready to make a clean break with you. Now, in the case when a woman wants to make a clean break with you, and let's just be honest, I've been on both sides of the fence. I've been on the side of the fence that, I was the other guy that, come to find out, because a lot of times you don't even know, I was the guy that was getting broken up with. I was also the guy that was, receiving the girl. Right? But when you're the guy that is being dumped on the clean break, the worst thing that you can do is profess your love for the person. Okay? Or try to ask them to stay. This is where a lot of guys go wrong. A guy like Kanye West is going to say some still to wear his wedding ring and all of that. Listen, man, she's going to be wearing that wedding ring, booty clapping sound, getting hit from the back. Okay? You talk about you love that lady, you want it to work out, you want everything to get better. I don't care how much it hurts, and it will hurt. Let's just be honest. Whenever a woman tells you that she's moved on and she has another guy, the only thing you can do is just let her go and let her eat her decision. Now, obviously, we know the first 5 or 6 months or 7 months of the relationship is always going to be great, but wait till it's a year or two. Don't get caught up in letting her contact you on WhatsApp or talking about just being friends or sending you memes or stuff like that, which they're going to try to do, because what they want to do pretty much is move you to a demotion. So if things don't work out, they can monkey branch back. Okay? Because women are pretty intelligent. They can understand the fact that, well, I'm going to go and deal with this guy now, but just in case, he loves me so much, he's going to allow me to come back. Make it where she can't do that. I don't even think it's necessary for you to need to tell her that, so if you go with this guy, we're done. Because of the situations, if you say that, she's not going to believe it. The only way you can do it is to become Missouri and become the show me state. So when you don't talk to her anymore at all, don't tell her anymore about how you feel, how it makes you feel, how it hurts you, how pissed off you are, or any of that. She'll find out right away. And so when things get bad, she know where she can't go to, which is you. You're not going to be the support system. And a lot of guys need to start to do this to let women know when they make decisions like this. Because it happened to me over just some long distance things. You know what I'm saying? But when it happens like this, let them know that, hey, you need to stick with your choice. That guy ends up being a miserable guy to you, that's your problem. You don't have to tell her anything. But Kanye West is so bipolar, she don't even respect him enough because she feels like If she goes and screws Van Jones, he'll take her back. Don't be that guy. Well, anyways, it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe at the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. Check out the Black Men Are Perfect t-shirts. And as you know, the Patreon. And as you know, the buffoonery remains the all-time high. I'm out.